Today's going to actually be possibly a pretty big day. You should be paying attention to what's happening with Justice Sam Alito. And just know, I'm actually getting to my second point will be something a little bit different. It's going to sound a little bit off the wall, but it's going to be kind of tied to this. But just know, keep your eyes up on what's going to happen today in the Supreme Court, because if things do go the way that I think that they are, there could potentially be a pretty big shift. If they don't, I mean, it is what it is. But if there is a shift, you want to be prepared, because that would mean that a lot of things will be changing, and especially in the narrative that's happening across our nation. So just kind of pay attention to what's happening in the Supreme Court and look at what Justice Samuel Alito could be ruling today. There's going to be a period of time where he's going to have, he gave himself some leeway to make a decision about this one issue. That one issue could cascade into some pretty big other issues as well. So like I said, just keep your eyes on the ball. But the second point here this morning, good morning, by the way. You and I, and this actually ties into what I just stated right now. So much of our experience right now is like real time, where people, are getting rocked, man. People are getting rocked, with their ideology, their theology, what they believe societally and all that stuff. They really, a lot of people just are floundering. And me, I get it. My deal is I get pissed off when I see and I know people suffering, and that's what's happening. Folks who are business owners, children, women, being a mandated reporter, it's like you just know that there's things out there that are happening to people that are just terrible, and then folks want to tell me it's all about safety and stuff. Well, it's like, whether or not you believe I'm a microcosm or not, this is something that I'm not just part of a small circle. I've got friends, family, associates throughout the entire United States and other nations as well, and they're going through the same freaking thing. So it's like, when you go from academics to real life, that's when I did my studies at San Diego State for civil engineering, it was actually a lot of fun because we did real practical stuff. It was less theory and more practical. So we were building bridges, we were building impromptu stuff, making things out of freaking cardboard and sticks and stuff like that. And I actually enjoyed doing that stuff. My studies were always freaking wishy-washy because I remember even trying to do timber design and concrete design. I was like, it just didn't make any sense. I know what a 2x4 is. I know, but then trying to make them work with all of the different moments, right-hand rule and all that stuff. It's like, conceptually, it's like I just couldn't see it. And I had to see the stuff firsthand. And so when I became a pastor, and then really stepping into more the chaplain role and understanding that people in real time, they don't need someone to give them theories about what they think could be happening. They want somebody to stand with them in that moment in time who's actually potentially been through the stuff. So when I talk about having been, through some stuff sexually as a kid, it's like, yeah, okay, this dude might actually have a leg to stand on. If I tell you that I went through anger management, hey, this dude might have a leg to stand on when dealing with his emotions. Hey, when I tell you that, yeah, I've been through DV situations, have to rescue people out of them, even sex. There's some things I can actually divulge, but there's other things I can't. Knowing that there were things that I've helped people out of situations before in the past, and been there as a guard for them in those situations, it makes it so yeah, I know, kind of know what I'm talking about. And other people too who work within a network of that kind of thing, it's like, yeah, we know what we're talking about. And to see that there's folks out there who they just can't see past themselves. They can't see past their own ideas and what they think the experience actually is. But people like myself who live it in different realms and places, we have real tangible experience in these situations. And so it's hard to be where and who it is that I am without actually standing firm. And so this is what the actual second point is, and I apologize for kind of going on a tangent and rambling, but the truth is, if you don't know what you're standing on, you're going to get rocked right now, and people are getting rocked right now. And like I said, I get upset about things when I see people suffering, and I know that people are going through really hard times. But the thing is if things go a certain way, it's not going to get any better. And there will be people out there who are going to brush off your experience, how you feel, what you think, because they've got an idea about the reality that you are in, despite what you actually are living through and are in. So you need to find people out there who are going to be willing to to sit with you in that without imposing upon you their ideas about your reality. You live your reality. You are a part of your reality. You understand what your reality is. And so as you live that out, don't gravitate toward folks who are not going to listen to you. They're not going to be able to understand you because they actually can't. And the reason why they can't is because their ideas will get like blown out the moment that they look at your reality from your lens. They have to look at your reality through their lens. So you need to find people and find ways and methods to support yourself, but you have to be concrete about what you believe. This is why I've said before, is that if you are wishy-washy on your theology, you're wishy-washy on what you know about history and that type of thing, you're not going to be able to stand. And believe me, that I'm not trying to tell you that I'm going to stand freaking strong either. Because I mean, I've been through some pretty adverse situations, and I've had to stand. I remember one time, even to this day, some people don't know, but I took a stand for a bunch of people that have no clue that I actually took a stand for them, and I paid the consequence for it. But I never, at any one point in time, wavered in what I was standing for, and I'll never regret what I did, because I knew what I was standing for. And the people that I stood for will never know that I did it for them. You know, it is what it is. But in the end, I understand that because I'm pretty solid about my own convictions, I can stand in that. So you need to be solid about your convictions, because look, the deal is the folks that are trying to govern you, rule you, impose things upon you, they have these ideas that are going to make you subservient to them. And if you're not willing to stand up for yourself, then you'll just capitulate and you won't be able to stand on your own. So get to know what it is that you believe, because if you don't, you'll be a person on that couch that gets jacked over. And if you do get jacked over, you can't blame other people for that. Though I've said it before and I made videos before, you want to go down standing up. If you do go down, be standing up. Be standing up for yourself, for your family, for your ideas, for your faith. Be standing up. But if you go down on your knees and you're capitulating to these people that are going to use you, abuse you, hurt you, and then make you think that it's your fault for doing it, that's what they've always wanted to do. They've always wanted to take advantage of you. Don't let them take advantage of you, but you need to know your convictions.